You just heard about him through Don.
He just told me that. Yeah, he told me if it was that. It was like that was Saturday, so it was Friday, Thursday or Friday before someone went up missing.
Wow.
Yeah, before I got fired.
Gotcha.
11th. The 11th.
He was living there, or like?
Yeah, he was staying there at the camper with the mother-in-law.
Oh, with the grandmother.
It was grandpa's mom. She was with him.
So, was Jose at 110 Ben Hill Road a few days before Summer went missing? That's the question. Now, Dudley is the person who said it, and Dudley has stated that it was Don who told him. So, all of this information is kind of second-hand information, so you never know whether it's something that you can believe, especially when it's something that's come out of the people's mouths around this hill, because nobody seems to ever tell the truth. But when you start looking at the possibility of it and how plausible it is that that was indeed the case, you can kind of find it very hard to believe that it wasn't the case. Now, we know there was a kind of a fraudulent slip, if you like, that Grandis had said that we had come out of the trailer. And it was actually stated that Jose was up at 110 Ben Hill Road with Grandis. It was her who Jose was up there to see. So, well, I say up there to see, that he was staying with, so it would be that he was staying in her trailer. That was the insinuation, not that he was staying in the main house. There was words mentioned around drug deals and things like that, which it's come from second-hand sources, so we don't know how honest and trustworthy those things are. But look, what have we seen also said by Don in the past? We've said that Candace wouldn't have done anything to Summer directly, but she had got herself in with certain friends, and there was obviously an insinuation there that perhaps these friends could have had something to do with it. Now, Candace's friends, she is quite limited, because what we're not thinking of, we're not thinking about the aftermath, we're thinking about who she had things to do with beforehand, before all of this situation. So we're not looking at the likes of Benny Keys, we're not looking at the likes of Ernie Shell, we're looking at the likes of Jose, we're looking at the likes of Ali, we're looking at those people. And it just so happens that these are all the people who seem to be lying now. You know, Don couldn't predict the future, so he wasn't going to be talking about the people who have enveloped themselves in her life now. He could only, at that point when he said that, reference the people who would have had an influence in Candace's life leading up to Summer's disappearance. And maybe that answers the question as to why these people are lying. Maybe Don called it right, and Candace's friends were indeed somebody to be watching. And that, I just can't get my head around why all of these people around this hill are lying over a disappearance of a child that shouldn't, in theory, have anything to do with them. Nothing to do with them at all. But they're all getting themselves so wrapped up in it. It's so obvious that they're not telling the truth in many, many scenarios. They're all trying to throw each other under the bus. So is it just about YouTube channels? Or is it about covering their backsides because there was something else going on and Summer was fallout to it? And when you think about it, the only thing that makes sense is drugs and trafficking. These are the only two industries that seem to have an influence around this area that could have a fallout to a child. Whether that's someone owed somebody money and this was retribution for that, or this was a transactional situation that was under Candace. Who knows? Who knows? But let me know what you think below. Was Jose at this property? What relevant? Why would he have lied? Why would this guy have lied? Dudley, why would he have said it? What relevance at that point would it have had? We're just talking about a guy who hadn't come out and said all this stuff at this point. yes, Don had a falling out with him, but there was no reason for the things to be said that were said. It had no relevance at that point. But we know that Don had referenced the fact that Candace had some friends and they could have potentially had some influence or bearing on the safety of Summer. So, yeah, let me know what you think down below, because I'm still not 100% convinced that Jose was not involved. And I know that's some people are going to kick off again, but look, they're saying he was there, and Summer went somewhere. She went somewhere. And you tell me.